Hey, good afternoon. It's Ellis. Happy to be with you as always on Fridays. We're going to do some chair yoga today, like we usually do, and today's practice is going to be my intention is for it to be accessible, so we'll be staying in the chair today, doing some dynamic movement, some breath work, and some movement to challenge our attention. So, as always, I invite you to create a space for your practice here that is intentional. So whatever that means to you, that might mean shutting a door, turning off notifications on your phone or your computer or your tablet, whatever you're using here to watch, so that you can allow yourself this next half an hour truly for yourself. It's harder than it sounds to prioritize this time. For props today, I don't anticipate us needing a lot. You might want to take a cushion or a pillow underneath your feet, because like I said, we're going to be sitting here for the whole practice. So I'm going to take a pillow underneath my feet, just because my feet don't hit the floor quite flat. Good. All right. So just so you know, as we're moving into practice today, I was realizing that I have some people who attend this class who need for it to be accessible, who need for us to have classes that are just in the chair, and then others who are maybe interested in some more dynamic practice. So what my plan is right now, and I'll make a post about this, is that on odd Fridays, so today's the 23rd, we'll do an accessible practice where we'll stay in the chair. And on even Fridays, we'll do a more dynamic one where we get up and move. That's the working plan right now. We'll see if we need to adjust it. And for those of you who tune in, who practice in a chair all the time, know that even if you tune into the dynamic practice, you have the knowledge to adapt it to fit your body exactly as it shows up today. And maybe exactly as it shows up every day. All right, well, I'm happy to be with you. Let's get started. Sit up tall, feel your feet flat on the ground or on the surface underneath you. Let your hands rest comfortably in your lap. And then I go ahead and soften the eyes closed or to a fixed point in front of you. And I want you to start to take some really subtle movements through the spine, real small shifts of the body weight, round, forward and back, and side to side, and move the head and neck around a bit. Really small, subtle movements. Notice how the body weight shifts across your hips and your thighs when you move the upper body, the torso. You might even feel weight shifting through your finger pads as they press into the tops of your thighs. Take about 3 more breaths here in inquisitive movement, and then as you are ready, ease your way towards stillness. So use this information that you've gathered in this shifting to find a still point that is even and tall and neutral. And by neutral, I mean a positioning of the body that requires minimal effort to maintain. And when you land in stillness, keep the eyes soft or closed. And I invite you to begin to deepen the breath. It might feel good for you today to take some great big breaths in and some big exhales out the mouth. You can do that again. Inhale. Exhale to let go of your to-do list, what you were working on before our practice, what you might have on your to-do list after. Breath in. And breath out. You can continue with some cleansing breaths out the mouth if that feels good to you at the moment. Otherwise, bring your breath, draw it up through your nose and out through the nose. And with every inhale, trace the path of your breath through your nostrils, across that upper lip and into the nose, through the top in the sinuses, down the back of the throat, filling the lungs. You can notice the ribs expand front and back and side to side. The belly expands with your breath as well. And you can trace that opposite path as you exhale. Good, about 5 more breaths, exactly as you are. Maybe you can hear the sound of your breath, tune your attention there. Good. On your next breath in, take your chin up to the ceiling. Pause there as you exhale. And I want you really to stretch the chin up so that you can feel the skin on the front of your throat relax. Relax your shoulders, breathe in. And as you breathe out, let the chin roll into the throat. Pause. Relax the shoulders, the shoulder blades, and release the muscles on the back of the neck. And where the muscles attach to that base of your skull, let that go. Imagine the crown of your head could reach the ground between your feet. And then we're going to move slowly with breath, intentional. You'll inhale, lift the chin, lift the gaze. And then exhale, bring the chin down into the throat. Move very slowly. Keep going like that. Inhale. And exhale. Continue like that. Use your entire inhale to lift the chin. And your entire exhale to bow and round in. Smooth out the edges, smooth out the transitions. Keep the body moving with breath. 3 more. And allow your attention to rest in this simple and repetitive movement. Once more. Go draw your chin up through neutral. Let your arms come along the side. Shake out the hands a bit. And then let's loop the shoulders a few times. And do this intuitively. You can do them together. You can alternate the shoulders. Take them in both directions. Just loosen out through the upper body. Shoulder blades, the traps, the side of the neck. You might even, as you roll a shoulder, let the ear fall to the opposite shoulder. See what that feels like in your body. Good. Return to our neutral or our mountain pose sitting. Welcome to your practice today. I'm going to invite in an intention for us, and you can feel free to ignore it or substitute your own. So this past Tuesday, I was doing an outdoor yoga class with a dear friend of mine who's a teacher. The weather was perfect. It was like 80 and breezy, and there were like wispy clouds, and we were practicing in a field next to a pond in just a really pretty neighborhood. And another friend of mine was practicing alongside, and at the end of our practice, the sun was setting, and we chanted Om together, and we sat up, and she said, "This is a perfect moment." And I thought that was wonderful. And she shared with me that she has set an intention for herself, for her life, to remind herself when she's in a perfect moment. This is a perfect moment. And so since last Tuesday, I've been thinking about that. Like, yes, I make my gratitude lists. You know, I do that every day, which I obviously encourage you to do. But that is a fairly finite thing, making my gratitude list in the morning. There's something a little more actionable about acknowledging these little moments that are perfect in your day. And this might be something that you can notice, and it might get you out of a loop. You know, maybe you get into a mental loop where you're worried about what's next, worried about whatever. that you can forget this perfect moment. I know that I find myself doing that in the mornings. I have my coffee outside every morning, and sometimes I'm running through my to-do list and I forget to notice the perfect moment of my delicious coffee and the birds and the breeze and all of these little perfect moments. So my intention for our practice today is to move in a fairly subtle way and allow us to tune in to these little details, acknowledging little moments that feel good, not holding on to them, allowing them to be effervescent. All right, so we'll move subtly and with great attention. Let's take the arms up overhead as you breathe in. Cactus the arms and breathe out the mouth. Take your arms up, inhale. Bring your hands to your knees and fold as you exhale. Inhale and halfway lift. Press hands to thighs, telescope the spine forward. Exhale and fold. Rise tall, press into your hands, lift your arms overhead, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, hands to thighs, let go. Telescope the spine, halfway, breath in, breath out and fold. Inhale and lift up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Fold and breathe out. Urdhva Hastasana, rise. Keep going like this with your breath. A Surya Namaskar, A variation, sun salutation A. The purpose of a sun salutation like this, there's many, but one is to allow our bodies to rest in this comfort of repetition, to allow our minds to rest in a familiar course. Give us something simple to focus on. Stop that rat race of thinking. Keep going. Deep and full breath, your pace. Three more times all the way through. Last one. Good, arms up, breathe in. Cactus the arms, breathe out the mouth. Good. All right, reach both arms forward. Let the palms face towards one another. Breath in. And as you breathe out, pull your right elbow in towards your ribs and take your gaze to the right. Inhale, extend the arm. Exhale, take it to the other side. So it's like you're pulling a bow and arrow. Inhale, long and forward. Exhale, elbow to rib, take the gaze. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Keep going like this. Breath in and breath out. And I want you to notice each subtle part of this. So maybe you can feel the sensation of your left elbow or tricep rubbing against your rib cage. You might notice the shifting of your body weight as you shift your gaze. Inhaling to reach and look forward. Exhaling to twist. Keep going. Three more each side. The next time that you've got right elbow into your ribs, pause. So gaze is over the right shoulder, right elbow into the ribs. Keep the left arm where it is, reach your right arm behind you. Open arm twist. And as we're twisting to the right, can you keep your knees pointing forward? If you've got a wall behind you like I do, you can keep your fingertips on that wall, leverage the chest open. Good. Inhale, both arms forward. Take this to the other side. So left elbow to the rib, left gaze over your left shoulder, and then take your left arm behind you, open arm twist. Stay here and breathe. Good, both arms forward. One more time, right elbow back, breath in, or breath out. And then eagle your right arm underneath your left. So you can take a double or single wrap of the arms, or you can take a bear hug. I'm going to do a bear hug today. Good. Now see if you can protract your shoulder blades more. So make a little bit more space between your shoulder blades. And when you inhale, lift your elbows, lift your chin. It's a little back bend. And as you exhale, round in, let the chin fall into the throat. Do that again. Inhale, undulate the spine up, elbows up, chin up. Exhale and round in. Last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Good, find the spine to neutral, reach the arms forward, and then left elbow draws back. Take your twist to the left, just to prepare, left arm underneath your right, eagle the arm. So again, take the wrap this way, taking a grip maybe on the wrist or hand, or it's the bear hug. Good, pause here to find space between your shoulder blades. Then inhale, lift the gaze, lift the elbows. Exhale and round in. 2 more times, just like that. And exhale. Good, free your arms forward. Take an interlace of the hands, press the palms forward. Take the palms up overhead. And then stretch, telescope, extend the spine up to the ceiling, and then arc over to one side. I'm going to arc over to my right. Doesn't matter which side you picked, but arc over. Breath in, draw up through center. Exhale, take it to the other side. And just as much as you're arcing over to the left, can you seal your right hip bone down to the chair? Good. Draw up through center, breathe in. Then as you exhale, send the palms forward, protract the shoulder blades, release the hands down. Good. All right. Let's take our left arm up and then bend the elbow. Let the fingertips find the space between your shoulder blades. Right arm up, find your left elbow and press into the left elbow so that your fingertips might reach a little farther down the back. Now what I want you to do is not let the chin fold in, not let the upper back round, but instead press the back of your skull into your left forearm. Good. Breath in, lift the chest up a bit. And as you exhale, keep the arms but tip over to the right. Yeah, good. Stay with it. Anchor your left hip bone opposite your left elbow. Good. Keep your left hand where it is. Bring your right hand to your thigh. Stay leaning over to the right. And then extend your left arm beside your ear. And then maybe there's a little bit more of a lean over. Breathe in the space between the ribs on your left side. Good. Draw up through center. Release your hands. Pause. Breath in to breath out. Let's take it to the other side. So right arm up. Bend the elbow. Step by step. Fingertips touch the back of your neck or your upper back. Left arm finds the elbow so that you can reach the right fingertips down. Pause. Find a lift of the chest. Find a press of the skull into your upper arm bone. Breath in. Arc over to the left. And anchor your right hip down. Keep pressing the skull into your arm. And like you had gills on the right side of your body, breathe wide between your ribs. Good. Left hand to your left thigh, and then right arm beside your ear. Maybe you tilt over to the left a little bit more. Good. Come up through center, release the hands, take them forward to your knees. Let's move through some cat and cow. Draw the chest forward, lift the chin, inhale. Exhale, round in. Once more like that, or a few more times like that, breath in and breath out. And if some intuitive movement, some churning and circular movement would feel good to you, that's great too. Two more breaths. Good. Draw your spine up to neutral. We're going to do our figure 4 shape here in the chair. So let's start by crossing the right ankle above the left knee. Hands can come to the shin. And notice where you're feeling sensation here. Maybe you've got some sensation in the outer hip already. If this is a little tender in the knee, you can take it more towards the inner thigh, or you can even, what I've got here is my heel hooked on the back of the calf with my other leg. So you can find another version. It doesn't need to look just like mine. And then I'd like for you to decide if you would rather stay sitting upright or start to fold forward any amount. 3 breaths here, noticing subtle or maybe not so subtle sensation in the body. Good. Slowly walk the hands in, sit the chest up, release the foot down, keep it simple. Let's switch to the other side. Cross your left ankle on top. Good, this side might feel different. You might need to take a different version. So feel it out. And then you can stay upright, or you can fold forward any amount. 3 more breaths. Unhurried, without agenda, 3 breaths. Good. Walk the hands in, release the foot down. Excellent work. Let's take 1 foot forward, roll through the ankle, and then take it in the other direction. And you'll switch legs, take the other foot forward, roll through the ankle, take it in the other direction. Good. Really simple. These simple practices can be very potent. All right. Find your tall, supported seat. I'm going to guide you through some very specific movement. We did this in my class maybe a month ago. It's a series of gestures with the arms and hands. And I want you to consider it like a meditation. So we'll do it a few times. I'll talk it through. And then you're going to move through it. And then we'll close with a seated meditation. So my intention is that I'll guide you through this. I'm going to call it a Kriya. It's not an established Kundalini Kriya, but that's what I'm going to call it. We're going to run through this Kriya together and then ease into a seated meditation. So use this Kriya as an opportunity to hone and focus that attention. All right, take your arms along your sides. Good. Now, externally rotate your shoulders so your palms face forward, and then keep rotating, maybe the palms face out. And then light up through the fingers. So hands are strong. You might feel a stretch in the forearms. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, internally rotate the shoulders so the palms face out again, and then make fists and roll the knuckles up towards your wrists. Good. That's an exhale. And then inhale, release the hands, and then take your arms into an upside down goalpost. Fingertips are bright. Inhale. As you exhale, take the elbows to the ribs, palms towards the ceiling like you're holding two trays. Inhale, extend the arms out to the side, palms face forward, thumbs up. And then exhale, take the arms up and then bend the fingertips behind the neck. Take it in the opposite direction. Arms out, palms forward. Elbows to ribs, palms up. Sort of upside down goalpost, palms back, elbows up. Arms down, make fists. Externally rotate the shoulders, palms out to the side. Good, I'll talk it through a couple more times, then you're gonna be on your own. Breath in here. Breath out, internal rotate, make fists. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, elbows to ribs, palms up. Inhale, arms wide, palms forward. Exhale, fingertips touch the back of the neck. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, elbows to ribs. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, arms along the side, make fists. Inhale, arms out, palms out. Exhale, make fists, internally rotate. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, elbows to ribs, palms up. Inhale, arms out, palms forward. Exhale, fingertips back of the skull. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbows in. Inhale, elbows up. Make fists. Externally rotate. All right, you're on your own. Really focus here. Link one breath, one movement. Three more times all the way through. One more time all the way through. And after you finish your last round, either allow the arms to be along your side in like a mountain pose, or hands can land on your lap and just stay here in your breath, exactly as you are. You are exactly where you need to be. Your body is exactly what it needs to be. And you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. Ten more breaths. Keep your eyes soft or closed. And invite your attention back here into this room, onto this seat, if you wandered. Notice sound and sensation, smells and temperature. Feel the expansion and contraction of your breath, fullness and emptiness. Notice this moment. Let's press our palms together in front of the heart and lift the sternum into your thumb knuckles. Shraddhavanjali is one of awe and reverence. We often think of it as gratitude, but it is reverence. And so my invitation to you is to consider the intention of noticing the moments. These little gems, these little moments, perfect moments in your everyday. Don't hold on to them, but notice them. This is a perfect moment. May our practice of slowing down and paying attention make it easier for us to do so throughout the course of our day. We will close by bowing forehead to fingertips and saying Soha, which means let it be so. Soha. Thank you. Grateful to be here virtually with each one of you. Stay tuned for a couple virtual workshops I'm going to have coming up. I'll post them on Instagram. Otherwise, as always, reach out to me with any questions or anything else, and I will see you next week.